continue. Just looking at the clock a little bit. We got some war plan coming up after this. You guys should stay around for it. Yep, well, put it down as an anti-tank and they come and bomb me. Yay. I did that well, didn't I? And you're in the hills and you're getting battered too hard. Oh hell, oh run away. Just freaking run away. Okay, good, you survived. Okay, well, I think we may go on the offensive. Okay, now back to anti-aircraft roll where I should have had you this turn. And well, they get an overrun, which we're going to use to go after these guys. Well, get some artillery, anti-tank, more infantry. No, we're gonna see those and fly it. I'll go over to here instead. Now we're gonna do this now before I forget. Rebase forward. And we do want to come over and check out Neufchateau. I'm going to come and use them to quickly recon there and take that. We're going to be bold and driving our trucks. We're going to move them. The artillery will be useful over here. These Matildas are slow, because Matildas are slow. Alright, well, we've gotten all but one of our required objectives. We've moved all of these. Now there are some units in here, which I'm okay. Max reinforce. I know you're still in the hills. But we're going to come and protect you here. You're going to come up on the hill so you get greater field of fire, and we're going to come and protect from some possible counterattacks that way. They've all done their thing. This turn. Uh-oh. We were too bold. Oh god, we were way too bold. Our elite infantry died out there in trucks, damn. Okay, well. We got too near here too much. Alright, well, let's pay them back. No, we'll just... Oh man. Now, what did we learn about tanks? They don't do well in woods against infantry force 4. You know what they do against? Not so great. Okay, well, you can come here. More elite reinforcements. All around, but we'll bring up, well, those are pioneers, but too many soldiers on the road, that may help them. Yes, thanks very much for following. A little lost in concentration and a bit salty for losing that infantry unit. I don't like to do that. I really do take losing a unit like that as a failure. Casualties, yes, expect them, but oh, there. Okay. Oh, that hurt. But yeah. There we go. There we go. I paint it blue to highlight it. So there's the Char 2C. its main turret here. It has another gun here. These are, I believe, are machine guns off the side here. That's another turret. I think it may be just machine guns, the rear turret here. You can see the door here on the side of the tank. Yeah, you got to sort of step up and duck down to get in, but it's a door, really. It's not like a hatch. And this is just huge. I mean, there's huge engines in this thing. Like I said, was it, I forget, Scooter or whoever posted, 13 feet tall, 4 meters. Yeah. So with the turret, it's like twice the height of a man. There, so yeah, that's a huge, huge thing. So we poke the beast and they are out. Okay, well. Let's move you to here. You come up, you can... You're set as anti-tank. So are you. Move them because they get anti-tank support there. Okay, outside of their effective range. It's at 20 strength. Uh-oh, we got more. Oh God, yeah. Just you know, for all that we can criticize this thing, and absolutely by 1940 it is way out of date. I think the Char 2B, again, I think, and someone can look it up, but I think has thicker armor on it. And you know, in realistic terms, things like the 88 millimeters can penetrate, you know, either the Char 2Bs or the Char 2Cs easily. You know, they can penetrate them. The Germans had anti-tank ammo for them, so yeah, they can be penetrated by that. And these are going to be slow. They're not going to be terribly maneuverable. But damn, if you're an infantry unit on the field, you know. Even if you got like, hey, we've got some anti-tank rifles in our platoon or company, and hey, we've got a bunch of machine guns. See some of these things, especially in 2 or 3 of them coming towards you, you know, with the side-mounted machine guns, forward-mounted machine guns, and turrets, and rear. Rear, I believe that is just a machine gun there, but covers the rear firing arc. So, yeah. 3 or 4 of those things coming towards you. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want to face it even today. You know, sure, yeah, if you have a bunch of RPG 7s and whatnot, there's a lot you could do, I'm sure, but still, I'm not looking forward to facing something like that. Not at all. Okay, well. Now the early, well, at this time period, the short-barreled 75mm, the L-24 gun here, was not an anti-tank weapon, or designed to be so. It was designed to engage infantry, engage ground targets, whether blowing up bunkers or including Maginot Line, concrete bunkers, or just sandbags and wood and logs and whatnot. It's a support tank. Later on, for the gun barrel, though by the time they're no longer really using them too much on a Panzer IV, they come up with the hollow charge rounds, and those do fairly well against armor, but that's not what we're seeing here at this time frame. Okay, can you come up? You can come up and get out of your tank. We really don't want to move our tanks into the forest. Yeah. Could scratch the paint maybe if I attack them. Absolutely. Okay, well, let's... not quite close enough. Move you, get you up on the hill for now. Just really don't want to replicate my mistake recently of bringing up units and not having them, or having them in trucks and getting destroyed from one method or another, whether that's air attack, ground attack, or potentially all of those, all of the above. Okay, I think we're in a decent defensive position there. No. Yeah, we're gonna... I think we've dealt with them. Move these guys over here. Oh, there they come again, some more aircraft. Oh, even more. Oh, wow, there's a lot more than I thought. Okay, well. And... okay, they survived, but only just. Uh-oh. We poked the bear. And the bear is biting back. Okay, yes, retreat, retreat, retreat. Uh-oh. Oh, hell. Here I thought I had done a good job. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Why can't we move? Why can't we move? Well, let's see if we can at least... Okay, at fleet replacement. At least do that. Oh, that costs us way too much in points. Damn. Fighters, come over here and shoot down enemy aircraft. Okay, well maybe can Gallon do better initially? Oh, anti-aircraft is gonna mess with us. Let's get... Okay, there we go. Well, at least we got him down. Very nice. Surrendered. Yeah, we'll take out the AT guns. Overrun. No, we're not going to do the suicide attack. I'm not that much of an idiot. You might think I'm something of an idiot, but I'm not that much of an idiot. Bring up the engineers, of course, yes. Hoping to protect it. Well, you know, we can use these as airsats. Well, they sort of were. They were interceptors, but these are set up here. There we go. Yeah, they have that there. A little bit too late for that. Man, this counterattack, that's rough. The Char 2Cs, Char 2B, Char 2B, little, what is this, AMC 35, and the Selma S35. Yeah, you're not doing well. Maybe mess with this some. And ouch. Oh. Oh. Yes, he's a dead guy. Well, they're retreating back. That may be good for us right now. Oh boy. Yep, feeling like an idiot. Okay, can you hit? No, you can't. You're still too far back. That isn't going to help much. Well, you up and bring up the reconnaissance so we get well, actually the reconnaissance is a lot better than I thought they would. Oh, they surrender. Okay, well, I guess you take this city. My general, our campaign against France is finally at an end. Oh, this ends early if we take this? Okay, I hadn't quite expected that. Lightning defeat of their armies in the Low Countries. The fleeing of the British from the continent and their inability to block our advance into the heartland has spelled their doom. Paris has been declared an open city and our forces entered the city on the 14th without resistance. On the same day that they entered Paris, Franco takes over the sort of city-state, sort of League of Nations protectorate, whatever, city of Tangiers, right across on Africa. Franco times it to be at the same time that they go into Paris. So hopes nobody noticed that he conquers, well, just occupies the city. There's no real fighting. We have achieved a victory over France that is without precedent. Well done, my general. With the defeat of Germany's old enemy, I have it on good authority that there might be a lull in the fighting to come. That is, unless the High Command wants to springboard off of our momentum to invade Britain. That would certainly be a dangerous opportunity to pursue. If we get the chance, it will be up to you to decide to take it. If not, I certainly look forward to returning to Spain. There shouldn't be any problems traveling there. Back now, with the war with France at an end. Okay, historically, Operation Fall Rot provided to be the death blow for France as the German panzers began to roam the countryside unchecked. Rommel's 7th Panzer would find itself reaching as far as Cherbourg, while other units occupied territory stretching from Brest to the Atlantic coast at Lyon near the Swiss border. The ceasefire was declared. Now, I'm mentioning the units. I think the unit that went the farthest in miles traveled was Totenkopf, the Waffen-SS division, because it goes way down, actually, I think just about to the border with Spain before the end of the campaign. They sort of plunged super deep in. The ceasefire was declared, and following an armistice signed on June 22nd, the Germans arranged for the armistice to be signed at the very same location the negotiation at the end of World War I has been conducted. while the majority of France would now be occupied or run by the puppet Vichy government. Charles de Gaulle managed to escape to London. From there, he would emerge as leader of the Free French to continue fighting against Germany. The French Char 2C tanks were, even to this day, the largest operational tanks ever constructed and fielded. Despite their incredible size and armor, the vehicles were too few in number and too impractical to use against the Germans during the Saar offensive or the defense of France. These tanks were mostly used for propaganda films before being captured by the Germans in the final days of the Battle of France. Okay, interesting thing about Charles de Gaulle. During these latter days here of Fall yes, Winston Churchill, has taken over the government from Chamberlain, and he is doing shuttle diplomacy. He is flying almost like every other day to and from France, from Britain, trying to keep the French into the war. Before Fall Rot starts, he, asks, because he's just been First Lord of the Admiralty, sort of the civilian head oversight of the, Navy. And so he hasn't, he's, been up on the briefings, but not gotten the full picture. So when he first goes and asks the French about, well, what about committing their reserves? They sort of hem and haw around it for a while, I think, if I remember correctly, and we'll be done here in just a moment. And there basically isn't any reserves. So this will get pushed in here. There's nothing France can do. And this is about Charles de Gaulle. We're coming up war plan. You stay tuned. I'll be in that. And so Churchill's back and forth talking to these people that the French are just defeated. Pétain is just defeated. He's trying to figure this stuff out. Churchill's trying to keep him in the war. And basically I think it was the last flight, Churchill makes down to Boulogne, down on the French coast. That's where they moved the capital to temporarily. They have yet to move it to Vichy. That's after the armistice, I believe. The French want to surrender and sort of want to have peace. The government that Pétain is leading. And they're really unsure about de Gaulle. So they have de Gaulle watched very, very closely. Well, de Gaulle goes to see off Churchill to his plane, flying back. And I don't know that anybody's sure that it's like the last time, because things are collapsing. He may be back in a day or two, things are very unsure. But, de Gaulle sees him off to his plane. And that's what he's telling everybody around him. That he's just going to, I'll see you to your airplane. I want to talk to you on the way out to the airport, kind of thing. And they get to there. De Gaulle's, shaking his hand. See you next time. Keeping the fight. And then basically hops in the airplane. And they close the doors. And this is obviously Churchill knows in his plan this beforehand. Close the doors. And the airplane immediately goes to take off because de Gaulle is deserting. He is a deserter. There is no other words about it. He deserts his post, as it were, at that moment, and sort of defects or whatnot, if you will, to the British to continue the war. And yes, it worked. Yes, it's the right decision. Yes, it works out, but it's well unknown then. But so he really does escape to London in Churchill's airplane because they weren't going to let him go. Okay, well, that's going to be the